Hi Aries, welcome to January. Happy New Year. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have a full moon in Cancer on January 6th. Mars, your ruling planet, goes direct in Gemini on the 12th, finally. And then we have on January 18th, Mercury goes direct in Capricorn. And then we have a new moon in Aquarius on the 21st. And Uranus goes direct in Taurus on the 22nd. So let's see, first of all, what's going on for Aries. What does Aries need to know for January? What does Aries need to know for January? In terms of love, relationships, and anything else that might be important. What is coming up for Aries in January? Let's see what we got. The Two of Cups. The Five of Swords. The World. The Six of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Three of Wands. The King of Pentacles. The Page of Cups. The Four of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Moon. So, you're starting the month out with the Two of Cups energy. I feel like there could be problems in a relationship because you also have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords energy is dealing with stuff that can't be changed. So there could be some toxic elements in a relationship. Maybe you feel victimized by someone, because the Five of Swords it's a card of winner take all, and you're dealing with someone's hostility. So especially if you're in the process of ending a relationship, it could be that the other person, one of you is acting, is not really happy about the situation. Because I'm feeling there could be some, like you're existing in a toxic environment with the Five of Swords. And you're either you're dealing with someone who can bring toxic energy to the relationship, or you're having to, like, what's crossing you, you're having to deal with your own, what you're bringing to the relationship. Like, how am I dealing with conflict? Am I handling it in a good way? Am I handling it in a toxic way? So even though with the Two of Cups you have a strong connection, this Two of Cups is the soulmate connection. But somehow with the fives represent instability, and especially the swords. There are certain things that you have to accept about another person that you can't change. So even though you might be really compatible on many levels, there are certain things that, you know, how we always think, well, this person would be perfect if only they would do this or that or the other thing. And sometimes, you know, you have to accept someone for who they are and what they bring to the table. And if there are things you can't accept about the person, you have to cut your losses and move on. So you're going to have that decision to make. Do I stay and work on the problems? Can I live with the things I know I can't change? Or do I need to cut my losses and move on? You have the World here in the past with the Six of Cups. The World is about, it's actually a good card. It's completing something. So I feel like for some of you, it could be that you're walking away from something that was toxic and you're taking another relationship up to the next level. Because I feel like there's like new beginnings here, or with the Moon card especially, because the World is about everything working out, everything coming together. So in the past, things seem to be like you're completing a cycle. So you could be completing maybe a karmic cycle with someone, something is ending, because you have the Ten of Swords here. And you may feel like all is lost, but actually you're coming out of a dark time. I see you coming out like the worst is over. You haven't reached the end yet because this is in the future, but I feel like this month you're coming to a sense of completion one way or another. So either you're completing a relationship, you decide, I can't deal with this, I'm walking away, or you're solving the problem and facing reality and accepting, okay, I really care about this person, I just have to deal with certain aspects of the relationship. But I also see you wanting to take something to the next level, because you have the Four of Wands here, which is a card of victory, sometimes marriage, stability, or that's what you want anyway. It's in your wish fulfillment sector. You have the Six of Cups here. This is about healing from the past and releasing the past, learning from past relationships. So it could be that there's a past relationship that's influencing you. Maybe you were involved in the past with something that was toxic, or a relationship that was toxic, someone that was very vindictive or hurtful, and you're bringing that energy into the current relationship, or you're reacting based on a past relationship. Because the moon here, you might be, with the moon, this is a card of deception, or at the very most positive, it's imagination running overtime. So you might not be seeing something clearly. You might be accusing someone of things that they didn't do, or you're not seeing them in a positive light. You're not seeing them in reality. You're letting your imagination or your mind conjure up either a best or worst case scenario. Maybe in a past relationship you were betrayed, or someone was dishonest with you, and so you have this suspicion in all relationships. The moon is definitely, there's confusion, there's someone not seeing things clearly. You may be questioning a relationship. Can I trust this person? Are they being honest with me? It's almost like you don't know what to believe, or you don't know what you're seeing. You're not seeing things clearly. And I think a lot of it could come from a past relationship. Like you're remembering a past relationship with someone that was maybe toxic, and you're thinking that this current person is going to be the same way. But I see you with the Ten of Swords coming to a place where you're putting the past to bed. You're saying, I'm not going to think about the past or the past relationship. I'm going to get up from a dark time. This is a card of, you feel like something is over, but there's the sun on the horizon. So there is a new dawning coming up. So you may put an end to something that's toxic, but then with the Three of Wands coming in the future, this is a card of things starting to happen. So I don't feel like everything is lost. I almost feel like you're ending something that hasn't worked, that's toxic, that may not be good for you. You're finally releasing, letting go, realizing I can't fix this. I have to cut my losses and move on. And then I'm seeing there's hope in the future. So it could either be that you work out your problems, or there could be a new relationship. Because the page, well, you have the King of Pentacles here. So, and this is in your negative thinking sector. So you might be dealing with an earth sign. It could also be water. Someone maybe a combination of earth and water. The King of Pentacles is someone who's very stable, very financially successful. They may not be the most exciting person, but they're very reliable. So it's someone that you could always count on. Like when you need something, they're there for you. But for some reason, you have this negative, or you have this fear about this relationship with this person. So I feel like there could be two energies here. Like you might be releasing someone that hasn't been reliable, or at least healing from the past if you came out of a toxic relationship, and then starting to, I think there's someone more stable coming into your life, this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a stable king. It's not a fly-by-night. It's not a player. It's not, someone who doesn't know what they want. The king is just like, hey, I work hard and I want to provide for my loved ones. I want to give them a sense of security, like a home, a roof over their head, money. They're not afraid to spend money. And and they're very stable. They mean what they say what they mean. In your environment, you have this Page of Cups energy. This is a message of love. So it's possible that someone may come to you and let you know how they feel. Maybe they haven't been telling you how they feel, or maybe there's either you or the other person, you want to let someone know how important they are to you. So they may tell you how they feel, or you may tell them how you feel. And I feel that with the Four of Wands here, it could lead to more stability in the relationships. And especially with the Three of Wands, this is a card of seeing the results. So if you put effort and energy into a relationship, I feel like you have to do something. Either do something to work something out and learn how to accept a person. Like, nobody's perfect, accept and work on the toxic elements of a relationship and make it better. Or you need to just walk away from the past if it's been influencing you, if you're afraid to commit to a new relationship because of some past trauma that you experienced. I feel like the future looks much better, where you can actually get what you want, which is stability. Four of Wands is a happy home, stability, success, marriage, potential marriage. I feel like there's a potential partner out there that you could have a serious commitment with, but you have to release the past and heal from the past and see the person realistically. Don't let your imagination, like if there are things you don't know, you need to talk about it. You can't just assume you know the answers or you know what they're thinking. And then you have this Knight of Wands, which sometimes could mean a change of residence or a change of job. If it's a person, it could be someone in your life that's not very reliable. They may be exciting, but they're not reliable. So you may have to choose. Some of you might be choosing between two people. You might be leaving a toxic person that's kind of all promises, all talk and no action. And you may be moving to someone more stable, more reliable. Maybe you're starting to see the value of them. You're looking for someone that could give you stability. And you can have that. You can have this soulmate connection. But you have to know how to resolve conflict in a healthy way. And you have to understand that no one's perfect. There's no perfect relationship. So if you're making like impossible demands on someone, expecting them to always say the right thing and do the right thing, that's not going to happen. But if you put work into it, I feel like you can end the month on a positive note. And the Knight of Wands can mean also like travel, adventure. Maybe you're moving wherever you're living. You might decide you want to live somewhere else. You might be moving out of your place and moving somewhere else. And I feel like you're moving to someplace more stable, more secure. So, but the main message I feel is release the past. Don't bring your past, don't let the present person pay for the sins of the past person. Realize that, that was then, this is now. I'm in this new situation, and I'm just going to accept someone for who they are and see them, don't expect the worst, expect the best from someone and communicate your feelings. And I think then you could wind up with a positive outcome this month, because you're no longer, because this Ten of Swords, when you reach the Ten of Swords, the worst is over. You can only go up. So things are going to improve this month. And it could involve a move. It could involve reconnecting with someone from the past, because you have the Six of Cups here. It's also possible that you knew this person from a past life. If it's someone new. But I feel like there's new love coming in, or more communication, where you're talking about your feelings more. You're telling someone how you feel, or they're telling you how they feel. So you're working things out. Maybe you felt victimized by someone. Maybe you felt they were being too harsh with you. But if you talk things out, you might be able to come to a favorable outcome. So let's see what the angels have to say for Aries. Miracle. So let's see what this message is. Dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me. and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. All heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. So expect positive outcome. Expect miracles. It's all about your mindset. We're living in a time right now where our thoughts are creating our reality, and with greater speed than in the past. So you have to really be careful of how you're thinking. If you're thinking negatively, you're going to attract that. So think positively. Think with love in your heart about yourself, about the people you're involved with, and you will see that come back to you. So let's see what's going on with the astrology. So you have a full moon. The moon is in Cancer in your 4th house. And the Sun and Mercury and Pluto are in your 10th house. So something is coming to completion. You're completing something about with home. Something is coming. The full moon also brings out the truth. It reveals things that are hidden. So some truths may be revealed around home and family. The 10th house, you have Sun and Mercury and Pluto in the 10th. That's your life direction. You may get a message. A message is going to come to you. It could involve your career. It could also involve your life path. It could also, like your status in the world, in a relationship. With Mercury conjunct the Sun, you have, and it's in Capricorn, you have some serious things to talk about with someone. It could be on the job if you're not being treated carefully. It could also, but with Pluto in the 10th, your career is really on fire. So you might be talking to authority figures, and there can be powerful changes going on in your life direction. And it involves communication, where you need to speak up about what you need. You need to speak up and get serious about what you want and your goals. This moon is also trine the Sun. Actually, the moon is sextile Uranus, and the Sun is trine Uranus and the North Node in your 2nd house. So that's the house of money and self-worth. So there could be some good financial news coming in, where you feel like you're getting unexpected financial support. Because Uranus in your 2nd house, your money's been up and down. Money comes in, money goes out. It's been kind of unstable. But it's also a freeing aspect. And the North Node in Taurus, you need to start focusing on your security. What am I doing with my time and my energy? You have to take charge of your finances. What can I do to make myself more secure? What can I do to bring in extra money? There could be some unexpected opportunity that comes in, maybe even a career opportunity that allows you to bring in more money, to make more money. And with Uranus there, it could be something involving technology, it could be something involving real estate, something cutting edge. So there are going to be opportunities to make money this month, and it could be unexpected. But also your values are changing. The things that you once thought were valuable may not be valuable anymore. You might be looking for something else. You need freedom. You need financial freedom at some point. So if you're working in a job that's like a soul-sucking job, you may decide to start your own business and go, like, become an independent contractor or something. Venus is trine Mars. Venus is in your 11th house, and it's trining Mars in your 3rd house. And Mars is going to go direct this month. It's been retrograde in Gemini. So the 3rd house, the focus with Mars, your energy has been on communication, and in some cases miscommunication, because Mars is retrograde. But the 3rd house is also siblings, relatives, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. So you might be communicating more with family. Venus is in your 11th. That has to do with friendships. So if there was something, maybe you need to have a talk with a friend or with family members. If you've been kind of not communicating with them, it's time to start communicating. Saturn is in the 11th house, so you are evaluating the people that are around you. The groups of people that you belong to, your friendships, your goals. You're ready to get more serious about what you want to achieve in life. And you may decide that some people are not, you don't want fly-by-night friends or relationships. You want something that's more solid. You're ready to make a commitment to the goals that you want to achieve. And Jupiter is in Aries. It just moved back into Aries. It was in Pisces for a while now. It's in Aries. It's going to be in Aries for the next couple of months, 2 or 3 months. And that's your first house. So take advantage of the opportunities that Jupiter brings to you. Jupiter is going to bring expansion, opportunity, luck. So if you ever wanted to take action, I would wait till Mars goes direct. Mars will be going direct on the 12th. If you want to initiate something this month, wait till Mars goes direct, and especially maybe more towards the end of the month. But Jupiter is bringing you luck, so it's the time for you to take the initiative. And Mars is sextile Jupiter, so that may mean Mars in your third, sextile Jupiter in the first. If there's some communication issue that needs to be worked out, you may be the one that needs to break the ice and take action. And because a sextile brings opportunity, but you have to do something. You can't just sit and wait for it to happen. So you also have Chiron in your first house. At some point, Jupiter is going to connect with Chiron. So there's some healing that needs to be done in relationships, possibly with your relatives, with family, and friends, for that matter. Family and friends. If you've been separated from family and friends, it's time for you to, reach out to them. I feel like that you'll have a positive outcome if you do that. So Mars goes direct on the 12th. Mercury goes direct on the 18th. And then we have this new moon in Aquarius on the 21st. And that's favorable to your sign. The new moon is in your 11th house. That's the house of friendship, hopes, dreams, groups that you belong to. And it's an out-of-sign conjunction, but it's conjunct Pluto in the 10th house. So major changes can happen now with this new moon. If you want to have a new beginning and either make new friends or connect or make real changes, major transformations in your life, this new moon can help you get there. It's also trine Mars in your third house, which is the house of communication and relatives. So it's time, you might be hearing, either if you're not reaching out, I feel like you need to reach out for them. Because Mars is your ruling planet, so you need to take the initiative. But you can have a favorable outcome if you take action at this time. Mercury is direct. It was retrograde going through your 10th house, so career matters might have been on hold or delayed. When Mercury goes, you can straighten out miscommunications. Maybe while Mercury was retrograde, Mercury went retrograde at the end of December. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, you have to go back and redo things. And there could be a lot of miscommunication, missed messages. Maybe you're trying to reach someone and they don't get the message or the phone, whatever. You can't reach them. Or there's a misunderstanding or miscommunication. There could be slowdowns with career because you also have Mars retrograde, which is your ruling planet. Now that these two planets are going to come back online mid-January, you could straighten out miscommunications. You could reconnect with people. You could, communicate. Communication will be positive, but you have to reach out. Venus is going to come together with Saturn in the 11th house. That could work two ways. With Venus is not really comfortable in Capricorn because it's kind of a cold energy, and Venus is more loving, and Venus in Capricorn is more like restraint. So maybe one of your friends, if you want to connect with someone, there could be, financial issues that are not, like there's not a lot of money right now. Like if you want something from someone, if you need financial support from someone, like especially a friend, they may not have the money to give you. But on the other hand, with Saturn and Venus coming together, it could mean making a commitment to a friendship or a group or relationship. So you might feel like if you want love, you have to be more serious. You have to make more of a commitment to the partnership, to the relationship, to the friendship. And weed out. Saturn is about weeding out, like you're seeing the reality of the people around you. And you're weeding out false friendships, false relationships. Like even where you spend your time. If you're spending time doing something that's not bringing in financial security, you may drop that activity and focus on what's going to bring you love, what's going to bring you money, because Venus rules love and money. Saturn, though, can bring blockages or delays, or you may feel like people are not as open to love as much as you want them to be. So someone like a friend might be, you may feel that they're being more cold or distant because they're tired of playing around. Like they want someone who's serious. So if you come with a spirit of honesty and seriousness, and you're willing to do the work to maintain that relationship, you can reap the rewards. But if you're like going to repeat the past and repeat old patterns, you may find yourself that people are not going to be open. So it's really up to you. You can make or break a relationship this month. Mercury is trining Uranus, so I feel like there could be positive, unexpected communication that can change the way things are going to work out. If there were any misunderstandings or any like blockages in communication, you can unblock them when Mercury goes direct, or even when Mercury's retrograde, you can reconnect with someone and maybe just have that conversation that you've been putting off. Maybe you just need to have a serious conversation with someone. Mars is supporting you, though. Mars is sextile Jupiter and Chiron. So I feel like communication is going to be important this month. And through communication, through having that serious talk, it can bring healing to a relationship. It can bring healing to friendships. It could bring healing to your relationships with family members. And it can lead to major changes in your life direction once you overcome those blockages and you straighten out any kind of misunderstanding. I feel that things are going to start to change. And especially Uranus, the next day, because new moons are all about new beginnings. And this is happening in your second, where is this happening? Your 11th house. So you can have a new beginning in a friendship. And Uranus is going direct in your second house. So that could also change your financial situation in an unexpected way. You never know what's going to happen with Uranus. The thing you least expect may happen. But it's going to bring freedom and unexpected opportunity to establish a greater financial security for yourself. Excuse me. So that's my forecast, Aries. Reach out, connect with people. If there's a blockage in communication, maybe you need to talk it out, have a serious conversation. Connect with family, connect with friends. Be willing to do the work and see things in a realistic way. And you can have a brand new beginning and a dream come true. The 11th house is the house of hopes and wishes. So you can take action and have something and start something new this month at this new moon that can bring a dream your way, a dream come true. But you have to take action. So that's my forecast. And you can create miracles if you decide to take action. That's my forecast for January. Have a happy new year. I hope you have, if you enjoyed this reading, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website and we can get you scheduled. In the meantime, thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing. If you're new, welcome. Have a wonderful January, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye.